Hey everyone, today we're going to break down a really fundamental idea in software design, the Singleton pattern. Now on the surface, it seems pretty simple, but as you'll see, it's actually got a lot of depth and it's even a little bit controversial. So let's start with a kind of weird question. What on earth could a country's president have in common with your code? It sounds like a bad joke, right? But stick with me because this question is the key to unlocking the entire concept. All right, let's dive into our first chapter, the analogy. We're going to use this really simple, real-world idea of the one president rule to understand everything else. Imagine I'm just drawing this out for you on a whiteboard. Okay, so think about it. In pretty much any country, there's a foundational rule about its leadership. It's a super important rule that's there to prevent chaos and make sure everyone knows who's in charge. And that rule is this: there can only be one sitting president at a time. Not two, not five, just one. This single point of authority is what keeps things orderly. And that idea, that one and only one rule, is the absolute heart of the Singleton pattern. And because there's only one president, it means that whenever a big decision needs to be made, everyone knows exactly who to go to. You don't get a different president for every problem. You always go back to that same single office. It's the one consistent point of contact. And that leads us right to the official definition. See? Just like a country makes sure it only has one president, the Singleton pattern is a rule you put in your code to make sure a particular class can only ever create one single object. That's its whole job. So we get the what. Now let's look at the how. How does the system actually enforce this one president rule? And don't worry, we are not going to look at a single line of code. We're just going to talk through the logic, just like we would at a whiteboard. So if our code is the country, how do we write the laws to make absolutely sure no one can just, create a second president or a third? How do we guarantee that one and only one rule is unbreakable? Well, it all comes down to three really simple but very strict rules. First, we make the office of the president private. Think of it like putting a big fence around it. It means nobody from the outside can just decide to create a new president whenever they feel like it. Second, we forbid any duplicates. You can't just clone or copy the president. Simple as that. And third, we create one single official front door, a public access point, so anyone who needs to interact with the president has to go through this one well-known channel. Those three rules lock it down tight. And when you put those three rules together, they act like a constitution for your code. They create this powerful guarantee that there will be one and only one instance of that object to coordinate everything. It gives you that single, reliable point of truth for your whole system. Okay. So we know what it is and we know how it works. But now we get to the most important part, the big takeaway. When should you actually use this pattern? And maybe more importantly, when should you absolutely avoid it? And this is where it gets really interesting, because the Singleton is probably one of the most debated patterns out there. People have strong opinions. Is it a super useful tool for specific problems, or is it actually a dangerous trap that developers fall into? This really breaks it down. On one side, the main reason to use it is crystal clear. When you are absolutely positive, you need exactly one thing to manage actions across your entire system. But the cautions on the other side, they're serious. A singleton creates what we call a global state. It's like having one master control panel for your entire application that anyone can mess with. A change in one area can cause unexpected side effects somewhere totally different. It also tangles all your code together, making it hard to change one part without breaking another. And all of this makes it a real headache to test. Because of all those drawbacks, the Singleton is often called an anti-pattern. Now that doesn't mean it's always bad. It just means it's a tool that's really easy to misuse, and it can cause a lot more problems than it solves if you're not careful. You have to approach it with extreme caution. So what's the final takeaway? Here's the advice. Only reach for a Singleton when you are 100% certain that your entire system requires one and only one global point of coordination. Think about things like a master configuration file for your whole app or a single connection to one piece of hardware. But honestly, the best rule to live by? When in doubt, just find another way. And that leaves us with this last question. Is the Singleton a uniquely powerful tool that's perfect for a very specific job? Or is it more of a trap that leads to messy, over-engineered code? The truth is, the answer really depends on the wisdom of the developer who's deciding to use it. Thanks for joining me for this breakdown.